James George has been a... Stepping to the plate for Chesapeake, Reed Trimble.
Number 14, Reed Trimble.
Out into left center, line drive for a base hit. Around first, hustling for two. Throws to second. Tag, and he's in there. Not many hitters can make that kind of contact on balls in that location. High pitch on a two-strike count, and he did well to put the barrel on it. Base is empty with two out. James George, the next to hit. Doing a fine job at the plate recently. 4 extra base knocks already in this series. Line drive to center. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. And here's the first baseman, Blaze Jordan. Here comes the 1-1. Here's a grounder right side, and it gets by. Two outs and runners at first and second. Antonio Anderson will hit next. And that'll load the bases. Coming up to the dish for Portland, Yolan Cespedes. 3-2 now. In the air to left. Base hit. 1 run is in. Second run scores as well. It's 2-1. It looked for a second like he was a little out in front, but he did a great job to keep the hands back and swing through the ball. And he's rewarded with a couple of RBIs. George, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. No reason to jump at a strike from a pitcher who's struggling like this. Chances are you'll get another pitch to hit.
Hey, keep it going up there. Clutch up.
Left field. Makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Nobody on with 1 out. Anderson de los Santos now at the plate. Line drive to center field. That's out number 2. Ralph's Weasel Emporium is your one-stop shop for all things weasel. For this month's special offer, ask for Stuffy. Back here in Portland, bottom of the 4th. On to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. Runner at first. Coming up to the dish for Chesapeake, number 68. And here's the 0-2. This one is labeled. And it one-hops the wall.
Relay.
Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. Scores easily. He's safe at third, the tying run just 90 feet away. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be James George. A laser into the outfield. 1 up, 1 down. And now the DH, Jeremiah Jackson. 1-2 offering. That's a hit. Lead runners around second. Now a relay to third. Safe! And the go-ahead runs at third. Up against it with 2 strikes right there, but still managed to win the at-bat. Line drives into center are such high percentage swings. There are a lot of hits to be found out there. This next at-bat is going to be critical. Ground ball to third. Handles. Throw to first in time. He's capable of giving them more than he did today. Nothing. James George has been... So 2 down. And now the center fielder, James George. Making a lot of contact recently. 15 straight games with a knock. Red hot at the plate. And that one fouled off. So close on that one. He's got to stay back a little longer. Good contact, though. And that keeps the inning alive. And next, the cleanup hitter, Blaze Jordan. Left field getting pretty deep. That one is back. It's off the wall. Coming around third. Runner scores, and they have the lead. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the two-bagger. Hard to complain about the result when you smack one off the wall like that, even if you maybe wanted it to carry over the fence. Base hit. Great rip on that one to the pole side. Didn't get too far ahead of it, just kept a nice bat path through it for a line drive base knock into the outfield. Here's a laser out to left. Makes the catch, and there's two down.
Now batting, first base.
Work on your breath and find your center while surrounded by your fellow primates at Bonobo Yoga. Yoga with the apes. Welcome back to Portland, top of the fourth inning. Can't get there, that should be extra bases. Round second, going for third. The relay throw. In there safely.
He's in there. He's safe.
That was a great two-strike approach in that AB. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the pitch early out of the hand and gave it a strong, balanced cut. So up next, James George. This is a prime opportunity right here. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. He's in to score on the sac fly. Back even, it's 3-3. Here's the center fielder, James George. 1 for 2. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. He makes the turn and digs for second base. And into second with one away. That's a double. And that makes it another multi-hit game for him. He's had some really good ABs lately. Got out in front, but didn't allow the wrists to yank that one into foul ground. That's a good example of extending. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate.
Hey, let's keep it going. Clutch up.
High fly ball to right field. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Moves up to third, now 2 away. 2 outs, man at third. And here is Antonio Anderson. Line drive for a base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. That's a swing. George was made for this moment. Can he dazzle the crowd once again? Stick around and find out. It's the Portland Sea Dogs and the Somerset Patriots. First pitch coming your way next. And the next batter, James George. Runner at second with nobody out. Defense will need to make some plays to avoid allowing that run. Grounder to the left side. Tosses to first and out at first. Digging in at the dish for the Sea Dogs, James George. He has had a tremendous season, a lot of power, and put up a good average to boot. Foul ball there. The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. 1 run is in. Second run scores as well, and they take a 2-run lead. That hit, of course, keeps his hitting streak alive, and it's clear that he's dialed in at the plate. No matter who he's facing, he seems like he's in control of every single at-bat. Ripped to third and caught. That ends the inning and limits the day. 2 away and a runner in scoring position here. Now at the dish, James George. 1 for 2. Line drive to left field. They limit the damage here. All set for the start of this inning. And now the DH, James George.
Hey. 0-1.
Ground ball to short. Arias tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Bases are empty with 2 away. George now at the plate. Swing lifted to left field. Familia in position, and that'll do it. This wasn't his best game ever, but he definitely helped them in the win. James George with another opportunity to put his skills on display for scouts and fans alike. This kid has future star written all over it. It's the Portland Sea Dogs. So 2 down. And here at the plate, James George. Slugging over 600, and usually you can bet that the league average is going to be in the low 400s. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Fly ball out to left field. Familia. And that's the end of the inning. Welcome back. And our starting pitcher here today, James George. Here's a deeper look. What a great job he's done this season limiting right-handed batters, keeping their average against him down below 200. You face so many righty hitters over the course of a season, and that means how you perform against them is extra important. Amazing that he's kept them under the Mendoza line. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping to the plate for Somerset, Roderick Arias. Ground ball up the middle through for a base hit. Runner on base to start the inning. No question, he came up ready to hit. That's a nice, simple approach there. Sent that one back through the middle for a clean base hit. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. Chopper, right side. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And now the first baseman, TJ Rumfield. First and second with nobody out, and you know this defense is hunting a double play. Big opportunity to do damage, but the hitter can't get over aggressive or it could backfire big time. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing, high fly down the right field line. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And makes it up to third with 1 away. Stepping in, Spencer Jones. Now Now that he's gotten ahead in the count, he needs to attack and finish off this hitter. Strike two. In this spot, he knows he has to execute, looking for either a strikeout or a double play. And there's a ball.
Inside.
Runners are at the corners, one away. And a swing and a miss. Huge K there. Digging in, Tyler Hardman. Struggling to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games. The 0-1. Late on that fastball.
0-2 is the count.
And a swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. Was in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, and gets out of the jam. Clearly pleased with those results. Bottom of the inning, coming up to the dish now for Somerset, Jesus Rodriguez. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Tap back up the middle. Picks it up. Safe at first. That's doing the job right there. Whenever you lead off an inning, you're focused on getting on base and setting up your teammates to drive you in. Christopher Familia swings through it for strike one. And it's a strike. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. The batter now, Kiko Romero.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fly ball to right.
Ball, I got it. Two.
Snags that one. And there are 2 outs. Just missed that one a bit. A half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit. Garrett Martin will hit next. In there for strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 out. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second, now 2 on with 2 outs. Nice job at the dish. He fell behind but held tough and got the hit. Sometimes you don't need to hit it all that hard. Just put it in play and hope it finds a hole like it did on that grounder. Close, doesn't get the call. And that one fouled off. Home team down by 1. Bottom half of the second inning. Up the middle, Romero. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. No runs on. Now at the plate, James George.
Right here, your turn, kid. Here we go.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. To second, there's 1. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing. I know they got the run in there, but when you have runners on the corners with nobody out, you're hoping to throw up a crooked number. After the double play, they're starting from scratch. All set for the bottom of the third. Here's the third baseman, Josh Tiedemann. Up the middle. Collects, fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. And here's the first baseman, T.J. Rumfield. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first in time. Digging in for the Patriots, Spencer Jones. First at bat was a strikeout. Love how he's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. One pitch fouled away. Pops this one up, foul on the left side.
Fence.
And that's the end of the inning. Offense held in check here. We move on. Today's action is brought to you by Ralph's Weasel Emporium. If you've got mustelids, Ralph's is a must. Back here in Somerset, bottom of the fourth, both the pitcher and catcher have noticed how aggressive these hitters have been early in the count. Might see if they can get them to chase. Now here's the 0-2. Tipped into the mitt for strike 3. Leadoff batter retired in the fourth. So up next, Jesus Rodriguez reached on an infield single the first time.
Hey!
Oh, 0-2, and the delivery. Swings through it for the K. 2 outs already in the home fourth. Next to hit, Christopher Familia. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time up. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. He's started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory. That pitch gets the corner, and that's strike 2. And that's number 8, only 1 to go. This pitch popped up, settles under it. That is the inning. No runs. Bottom half of the 5th, and the Patriots batting. He swings and fouls one off. Swings and misses. And the leadoff batter retired in their half of the 5th. Stepping to the plate for Somerset, Garrett Martin. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the count, swinging a lot. But then when they get down, they need to be a little more patient. Maybe they take some pitches and extend the at-bats, try to get some base runners aboard. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the ground, right side. And plenty of time to first. Back to the top of the order here. And now the shortstop, Roderick Arias. 1 for 2. Next pitch popped foul. This one off to the right, and it'll get out of play. The 0-1 offering. Late on that fastball. What a job to stifle this offense. Almost 5 full innings of shutout pitching. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground.
I got it. Fence.
Makes the catch. Continues to roll on. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Yoendris Gomez. This game is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. Turned on, but foul wide of third. George measures 6'4", just 21 years old, and he's been on quite a tear at the plate, hitting better than .450 over his last 10 games. Fair ball! Around first and heading for second. That's a leadoff double. And once again, he collects a knock and extends his hitting streak another game. There's a little extra buzz in the stands for his games these days, and to be fair, there's a little extra buzz in the press box too. Hard not to get excited over the run he's on. Stepping to the plate now for Portland, Blaze Jordan. And the 1-2. Rolls away a little bit. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Popped up. Romero. And there's one down. Next to bat for the Sea Dogs, Tyler McDonough. To the right side. Takes it to first for the out. Runner at third, 2 away. Antonio Anderson digs in now.
Hey, your turn. Drive him in. Clutch up, kid.
Line drive, that's a base knock. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single. It's 3-zip. Picks himself up an RBI. That one just kind of faded over the infield and down onto the outfield grass. Base hits like that are a gift from above for the hitter. Tiedemann now at the plate and swings through strike one. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a good shot to do damage. Spoils the two-strike offering, another coming up. And the righty delivers. Got the batter swinging. One out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the sixth. TJ Rumfield, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. He's using that curveball well today, both early and late in at-bats. He's showing a lot of confidence in it. Fastball in for a strike. This has been a solid outing for him, and a lot of that is because he keeps pounding the zone like he did with that low fastball. In the air to the right.
I got it.
Racing over to make the catch. And next, the cleanup hitter, Spencer Jones. Fouled off. He was late. 2 outs and nobody aboard. Swings through it for the strikeout. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets. That 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Bonobo Yoga. Yoga with the apes. Embrace your wild side.
0-1's the count.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there at the knees.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one to first. And it goes just foul. Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Leadoff batter set down to open the 7th. Here's the catcher, Jesus Rodriguez.
Hey! 0-1.
That one in there. That's strike 2. Grounder to third. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. The throw is late, and they come away without an out. Coming up to the dish now for Somerset, Christopher Familia. The Patriots down by 4 runs. Here in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch.
0-2 is the count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2. The strikeout there. 2 away now. A discussion happening at home plate now, and I think they're making a double switch. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brendan Salucci pitched yesterday, returning to the bump in this one. That one down the line. Fires over to first. Leadoff batter out here in the 8th. George was good for him both hitting and pitching in this ballgame. Games like this show that he can add a lot of value to any roster. When you're in the minors, you're looking for any edge to help get you to the majors. Next is the designated hitter, James George. 1 of 4 with a double in yesterday's game.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
On the ground, could be 2. There's 1.
Out.
On to first, double play. Always love a double play, especially when it's as smooth as the one they just turned. 2 outs and a runner at first. Now up James George. 0 for 1 so far. Fly to left. And makes the catch. Next up, the designated hitter, James George. On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. The 0-1. Line drive, could be extra bases. Coming around third. Runner scores, and they have the lead. Safe, he beats it. 3-1 ball game. So the hitting streak rolls on with another knock, and he's just unconscious at the plate lately. It always seems like he comes up to the dish with a plan of attack, and it's clearly been working. We'll see how he counters the inevitable adjustments from opposing pitchers. This one's in the dirt. Man at second with 2 down. Grounder left side. Tosses to first. And with the inning over, that'll keep more runs from coming in. So digging in, James George. 1 for 3. On the ground to the left. Fair ball! And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. And that makes it another multi-hit game for him. He's had some really good ABs lately. Rolled over on that one a bit, but still managed to put enough behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. Swing lifts it to shallow left field. They get out of it, inning over. He was a difference maker for them in this one. They took the loss. James George is on a tear so far this season, leading his team in homers. So 2 down. James George now at the plate. Really strong hitting performance recently. Needs a hit in this one to push that streak to 20 games. Ripped, but it curls foul. That fastball was very hittable, but the swing just a touch too early. Pitcher needs to adjust. This one lifted to center field. And that's the 3rd out. Inning done. We've got no score yet. Now it's the shortstop, Roderick Arias. This one lifted in the air, left field. 1 down. Runner at third and 1 gone. Coming up to the dish for Portland, James George. To the left side, but it is well foul. We're here in the top half of the 3rd. 1 run in the inning so far.
Going up there. Clutch up. You're next.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. This one is labeled.
Get up, ball, get up.
The tying run is in to score from third. Pulls into second safely, 1 out. That hit, of course, keeps his hitting streak alive, and it's clear that he's dialed in at the plate. No matter who he's facing, he seems like he's in control of every single at-bat. Swing and a high fly to left. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Moves up to third, now 2 away.
The batter was
2 outs, man at third. Digging in at the dish for the Sea Dogs, Yolan Cespedes. 0-2 now.
Drive him in for us.
Slider kicks away. One-two offering. Here's a grounder up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores. Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't exactly square it up, but that's a good approach paying off. One up, one down. Two out and a runner in scoring position. Stepping to the plate now for Portland, James George. Now a high fly ball to left center. Jones has a beat on it. And that's that. Runner at second here with two gone. And now the center fielder, James George. 1 for 3. Out to short. That's a hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. But it's offline. It's 4-2. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. He's got some impressive wrist strength to be able to pull a ball on the outer half that hard. Not many hitters can do that.
3 balls.
In the dirt, but blocked. The 3-1 offering. Runner on the go. This one in for a strike. Throw to second and out. That ends the inning. Runner at second, one away. At the plate, James George. RBI knocked the last time up, and now a chance to drive in another run. Swings and lifts a high fly ball out to left. And that is a foul ball. On the ground to third, Tiedemann. Whips it to first. Now 2 away. Strong individual. James George with a remarkable run. So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, James George. Doing a good job of driving in some runs of late, more than an RBI per game over the last 10. Hard liner. Dives, but can't make the catch. Gets on base and keeps it going. And now the first baseman, Blaze Jordan. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner on the go. Towards first. And it's through for a hit. Lead runner turns at second. The throw to third. Not many hitters can make that kind of contact on balls in that location. High pitch on a 2-strike count, and he did well to put the barrel on it. 2 on and 2 out. Scoreless ball game here. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. No action on the bases, though. Right-hander kicks and deals.
3.
Called out on strikes. Welcome back to Somerset, top of the 4th inning. Swing, ground ball out to short. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Now back, the first baseman.
Go-ahead run on base. Blaze Jordan will hit next. We're in the 4th inning, no score. Rolls away a little bit. And a fine job keeping it close right there. Payoff pitch. Down the line, base hit. Around second, on the way to third. Runners at the corners now, nobody out. This is one of the first real jams he's faced in this one. 2 straight singles to start this inning. And if he's not careful, this excellent outing could go away fast. Popped up. Romero. And there's one down. Came away empty from an AB where he had a chance to do damage. Tough break. 1 out and 2 on. Alan Castro digs in now. The 3-0 pitch. And they're all loaded up. 4-pitch walk there. Good discipline by the batter of making him come into the strike zone. Now it's the second baseman, Yolan Cespedes. There's 1.
Out.
And that's 2.
Got him.
We're set for the top of the 6th inning. And now, James George. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. He's put together a really excellent game with the bat. Nice compact bat path on that swing and a great rip into center field. Liners like that one are a good way to raise the batting average. Now here's the 0-2. Runner on the move. Blooper to right. And that falls for a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. That's back-to-back singles for these guys. That's such a disciplined swing. So up next, Antonio Anderson. And now the 3-1 pitch. And that'll load the bases. Next to bat for the Sea Dogs, Alan Castro.
Come on, Big, get your pitch. Let's go.
Grounds this one up the middle. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw to the plate. It's offline, and the run scores. We are tied at 2. Nice job of 2-strike hitting there. Didn't get overwhelmed. He choked up a bit and punched that one into the outfield for a base hit. So 2 down. George now at the plate. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. That one in the air to center field. Makes the catch. Inning over. On to the bottom of the 8th. Digging in for the Patriots, TJ Rumfield. This one is labeled. And a base hit. Around second now, going for third. The relay throw. He's in there.
Hey.
That's a swing to be proud of for sure. It's getting harder and harder nowadays to get balls in the air to that area to drop in with all the ground center fielders are able to cover. Nice job to James George is on a tear so far this season. Next up, James George. 3 hits in the loss last night.
Clutch up for us right here.
A frozen rope. 2 away. We move on to the 3rd inning. And now the DH, James George. Swing, high fly ball to center field. Jones gets there under it. And there's 1 away. Next is the designated hitter, James George. I'm curious how they'll approach this at bat. Batter's shown great hitting under pressure this year.
0-1.
Ground ball left side. Over to first.
Out.
Fine play in the hole for the out. And his consistent production continues as he notches his 50th RBI of the season. Such a valuable member of this lineup. And now, James George. Grounds this one to short. And they get the out. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat. Hitless so far, and the hitting streak is in real jeopardy.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. Fly ball out to center. And there's two down. Just a so-so performance at the plate, so he'll want to do better next time out.
If I slip, I slide, I don't trip, I glide when I dip, I dive when I